Cool. Preparing. Awesome. All right, Allan, we are live. So I'm super excited to be doing this call with my client, Allan, who is a member of the Wealthy Body Academy. I'm going to obviously let him share his journey, but I'm super pumped to do this call, as I am with all these calls, because Allan has seen some really incredible results in the program, not just on a physical level, but on a mental level. And so I'll kind of let Allan share, but I'm super pumped to have you on here, man.
Great to be here.
Awesome.
To be here.
So first question for you, before we kind of dive into all the health stuff and kind of dive into your journey so far, if you can just go ahead and introduce yourself, tell everyone watching, who you are and really like, what do you do? Just like get a good idea as to, what you're all about.
Okay. My name's Allan. I live in Canada, province of Alberta. I'm an affiliate marketer. I help people with their affiliate marketing program, their businesses online. And I just help people make sure that they're making some money.
Awesome. I love it.
Affiliate marketing.
Awesome. There's a huge need for what you do. So that's great, man. And so let's dive into you and your health. So obviously before you joined the program, you were going through some challenges on multiple levels. And I remember your whole story you told me when you joined. So if you can go ahead and share that, where for you, Allan, I know for you obviously joined because your health was in a certain place. And I know that when you joined, you're looking to make a big shift in all areas of your life. So I'd love if you can kind of talk about for you, tell everybody like, where was your health prior to starting Wealthy Body, and like, where were you currently like kind of at before you joined the program?
Well, before I joined the program, I was just sick and tired of being tired and having no energy, just no sex drive, just being miserable all the time, coming home grumpy, being grumpy all the time, just not feeling right, I guess, or not feeling energy, and then that just went into the rest of my life. Just not being happy, kind of where I was in job.
Yeah.
So
you would say, so that's a question I ask everybody is obviously like physically, I know you told me you're not in a great place, like you just explained. And so how was it impacting, you said your job and how was your health? Just so I'm sure a lot of people watch this can resonate with this. They're probably in a place right now where their health isn't the best and it's probably bleeding over other areas. So for you, like, how was it impacting, whether it be your work, your business, your relationships, like how was it kind of bleeding into the rest of your life with your health not being at the level it should be?
Honestly, I couldn't. I was starting to hesitate lifting stuff, breathing heavy, walking, just walking, regular walking was getting difficult. Heart problems in my family. So I was worried with the health, my weight. I couldn't take off weight. How your body is dealing with that.
I lost you for a second there. Hopefully everyone can still see you. Can you hear me, Allan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I lost the last, I don't know if everyone else did, maybe it's my internet. I lost like the last 10 seconds of what you said. If you could repeat that, that'd be awesome.
Being at the age of 50, I was really worried about my health. Just as your body ages, my health wasn't at the point where I wanted it to be.
Totally.
Based on kind of my age.
Gotcha.
And I just didn't feel right.
Gotcha. And I know for you, I remember when you joined, and we'll kind of talk about your results, but I remember when we were on our call, you decided to join. You can kind of expand this if you want, but I remember you started joining because you were kind of at a place, if I remember correctly, where like you're kind of at a standstill, like career-wise, health-wise, and you're just really looking to make that like full transformation. Do you want to touch on that at all?
Well, yeah, I knew I needed to do something, and I've never exercised really in my life. I walked a lot, that kind of thing, but never really exercised. So I thought, well, I need to do something, go to the gym, get an exercise program, something like that. And I kind of thought to myself, I go, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. And I thought I needed something that could start easy, simple, and then grow as I grow.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Awesome. I love it. And so when we ask you, so like obviously you've joined the program, you've dropped 20 plus pounds at this point. When we ask you, like, what has changed? What has changed in your life and in your health as a result of joining Wealthy Body for you personally?
Oh, I have so much more energy.
Awesome.
I have so much more energy, and I can focus better. The energy has to be the biggest thing.
Awesome. How is that? So like energy. So when you say energy, how is that? Like, obviously you mean like you can get more stuff done. How is that translated? Like, what does that has allowed you to do? Like, I know obviously for you, you're a big family man. You're working on your business. How is that translated to other areas of your life?
I can get up in the morning, do my exercises, do my scheduled day, finish my evening, and I'm not tired.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, one of my mentors. Oh, go ahead.
And there's less stress that way too, right?
100%.
Because I have the energy to. Sorry. I have the energy to go through the day, and the energy to process the things that need to be done throughout the day.
100%. 100%. And one of the biggest mistakes that people run into is, a lot of the guys that I speak to who are thinking about joining the program is a lot of times I'll hear like they don't have the time, right? They're very busy. And one of my mentors once told me, energy is income, right? So I believe it's not so much, everyone has the same amount of time, but what I think is the missing link is that most people they feel like they don't have the time because they don't have the energy to put the time in, right? But once you start getting the energy back, the fact of the matter is once you start doing these things that we'll kind of get into here in a second, once you start making these changes, then you have more energy, which then the time doesn't change, but you have the energy to put that time in, which I think is a big component. Would you say it's been a big component for you with staying consistent and seeing results?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And a schedule. I know what I'm doing in the morning. I know what I'm doing in the evening, and I kind of schedule the day throughout the day,
Awesome. I love it. I know we literally just talked about that in our last call, so that's great. And so, Allan, for you, I know there's obviously a lot of components to Wealthy Body. For you, if you had to pick one, or it doesn't have to be one, I guess, but for you, what has been most helpful? What has been the most helpful part of the program that's kind of led to your success that you're experiencing right now?
The accountability,
Awesome.
Keeping me accountable to what I say I will do.
Awesome.
And it's just how the program's laid out, those constant reminders of things that I need to do, and setting my schedule. I never had a schedule before,
right.
Ever. I'd wake up, go to work, and go to bed, kind of thing.
Right. And now would you say now, since we've worked together, kind of create that schedule, it's like, health is obviously, it's more integrated into your life. It's not like you're able to integrate it better.
Oh, definitely. Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Cool. I love it, man. Yeah. You've seen some, you're obviously very modest. You've seen some amazing results. And I'm super proud of you, man. Not just the physical results, but also the mental shifts that we've kind of had. With that said, talking about the mental shifts, I want to be really raw here. obviously before you joined, you probably had some skepticism, right? Like who's this guy who's gonna help me? I want to make a change, but you obviously probably had some skepticism. Like for you, before you joined, what just so I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, what were you most skeptical about before joining? If you don't mind me asking.
Honestly, it was how can a how can a trainer that's out of the country or
Because you're
or
in
in a
Canada,
different
yeah.
country help me become a better person, healthier, and have more energy,
100%. Totally. And so what kind of, because I talk to a lot of guys who are, they want to make the change, looking at the change, but they're not ready to pull the trigger. For you, like, what was kind of like, what for you, like, what led to you saying, you know what, it's time for me to change. I'm going to pull the trigger and take a leap of faith and make this decision. What really led you to join?
Honestly, I didn't want a heart attack at 55.
Yeah. 100%. And you had family members that dealt with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Awesome.
I yeah, I want to be here for my grandchildren and my children as they grow. And I could, not that it would happen, but there was a worry in the back of my mind that if I don't make a decision and start eating healthy, starting exercising, changing my life, that it's a possibility. And that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, 100%. And that's just the reality. I mean, you look at the data right now. Obesity rates through the roof, diseases are through the roof. Like I think this year really opened up people's eyes. Hopefully, not just with COVID, but everything going on in the world. That is a very big problem. So I recognize you for making kind of for recognizing that and seeing that, because obviously for you, you're not just looking to be healthy for yourself, but you have a big why. Like you're looking to grow your business and help more people and be there for your family. So obviously it's really important for you to be at your best with that.
Yeah. And I needed to set an example to my kids.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And so, I'm curious, what's the family dynamic been since you've made? Obviously, we always say we have it on our wristband. Which, by the way, I can't get this out to you. The Canadian price is crazy. We'll figure out a way to get you these wristbands. But this wristband I wear every day, it says "Lead by Example." Obviously, that's a big part of Wealthy Body is taking control of your life so that other people can see and lead and be have an example. How is the family dynamic for you since you've been making these changes? You can talk about some of the changes we've made, obviously, and like how has the family dynamic changed from you, deciding to step up and make the change for yourself?
Everybody's eating better, eating healthier.
Awesome.
I've got 3 kids that are going to the gym now.
Great.
And exercising. Everybody's walking more. And just doing more extracurricular activities. My youngest son is playing basketball more out in the field and on the court, and that's kind of nice to see that my example's wearing off.
I love it. I love it. So we're gonna get this interview or this call wrapped up. I just want to ask you one last question. So, there's a lot of times what I found, I love doing these calls because a lot of times there's people on the other end, somewhere in the world watching this, and they're on the fence, right? They know their health's important. They want to make a change, but something is something they're having resistance for some reason, whatever it may be. I know we talked about like childhood trauma. We talked about just being scared that they'll succeed or scared that they're going to fail. So I want to ask you, Allan, if someone's watching this right now and they're on the fence and they're like they want to change but they're not ready to they haven't decided to make that leap. What advice, like who is this program for, and what advice would you give them? Like almost like you're talking to your former self. Like what advice would you give them in terms of moving forward with their health, and why is it really important for them to do so?
Your health is important because you need to send you need to have a legacy for your children and those you love. And if you are the most important person in a lot of people's lives, and your health needs to be there right beside everything. And I say this a lot in my posts. I always say, you know, just take the bull by the horns, hang on, because it's going to be a hell of a ride. And it has been, and it's great.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. I can like kind of feel your emotions as you're saying that too. It's amazing. Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride for sure. I know for you personally, you've had some ups and some downs as you go through the program. And ultimately, you're really looking. It seems as though obviously you're really looking to stick to this long term and make a big shift. And I appreciate you coming on here. And doing this call and setting the example for other people, because there are people, we need more people like you who are really ready to step up and take that chance and make those lifestyle changes, not just for themselves, but ultimately for the rest of the world. With that said, Allan, any last words that you, like, in terms of like your transformation that you want to speak about? Like, obviously you saw some amazing results. What's been like your biggest takeaway, I guess, from this whole transformation? We've got 2 months or a month and a half left in your contract in the program. What for you, like, what's been like your biggest takeaway or biggest aha moment you've gotten just from this program, and then we'll kind of wrap everything up.
There's so many. My first picture, the picture that I just did on Sunday, you can really tell the difference in posture. My spine is straighter, a lot straighter. I have a straight line back from neck to shoulders, across the shoulders now.
Yep.
The posture, I think, is the biggest change that I can see.
Awesome.
And then other features. You know, my belly's going, my spare tire is going, and
awesome, man. No, it's great, and that's, you know, that's one of the biggest things as we talk about that we see is, you know, poor posture, you know, excess belly fat. So I'm glad that you're going that direction. So with that being said, Allan, thank you so much for coming on here, man. I mean this with all my heart. You're truly inspiration to me, and I think everybody watching this. I know we didn't go too deep into your story, but, you know, I've kind of seen you from the beginning, and I see how passionate you are and how hard working you are, and it's been a pleasure working with you. So if anyone is watching this right now and you're looking to take your health to the next level, feel free. There'll be a comment down below with a link if you want to apply to the coaching program. If you have any questions for me or for Allan, feel free to shoot them in the comments. Be happy to get back to you. And with that being said, have an amazing rest of your day. Again, Allan, thank you so much for coming on there, man.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. You have yourself a good day.
Thank you. You too.
You bet.